Hey, and welcome back to another tutorial. I thought I would just show myself first and just welcome you. You know what's awesome is that it is possible to do anything when you put your mind to it, because I don't have a really good microphone for these videos yet, but Nintendo headsets are working really well for this. Okay, so let's jump into today's tutorial, which is how to look legit by getting a schedule, a booking calendar, so that you can book calls for chats, consultations with clients, or whatever it is you need to book a call for. Okay, super easy. And if you're just starting out, you can do this for absolutely free. Or if you want to pay a little extra, you can get it to where it set up some automations. So let me show you one tool I absolutely love, and it's called Calendly. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you right here. Now, this is my Calendly page. Okay, love it because it's almost like calendar, but it's Calendly. Calendly. Okay, so we're just going to go through this like we're going to set up a new event type, a new way that people can schedule a time with us. So you can create an account for free, doesn't cost anything. Here, we're going to go through this step by step, okay? Most of the time, you're going to be doing a one-on-one. You just want to pick a time or let someone pick a time to meet with you and talk with you one-on-one. Okay, because if you're doing service-based, most likely you're just wanting to get that one-on-one connection, okay? You can give it a name. Let's give it a name that's something fun and inviting. Let's call it a friendly conversation. Okay, doesn't have to be that lengthy. It could just be a chat or networking chat or whatever. You can add a location if you want it to be an in-person meeting, if it's going to be a phone call, a Google meeting, a Zoom conference. That gives you a lot of other options here. You can even put custom and put in your own special, way that you want to connect or meet with people. If you do Zoom, you can actually integrate that. That gives you the option here to integrate to your Zoom page. Not so sure if that's a free option. I haven't tried it yet. I need to try that. But anyway, I'm not going to do that here. But for now, what you can do, see, to do this, you must update your account. But even if you just leave it open, or I've even put in here custom, it can be a Facebook call or a Zoom. So let's just put that. We get options. Okay. So there's an option. We can pick one or the other, whichever one works for us, because you may not have an official Zoom account or want to even set up Zoom meetings, because then you got to share the links or whatever. You might just want to do a Facebook call or normal phone conversation. Totally up to you. Okay, here's some brief details. We're just going to chat and get to know each other. Okay. And then this is going to be the tail end of your link. When you send somebody, it's going to be calendly.com/your name or your business name, and then what you want to put at the end of the, so it could say friendly conversation, or we could just say talk. Super simple. You can even give it a pretty color. Why do we want to give it a pretty color? Because it'll show up just like that. All right, we got it. So I'm going to put green. It's exciting. All right. Okay. Next, you can let this use a 60-day calendar, look 60 days into the future, or pick a select date range, or just indefinitely. They can book it whenever. If they are going to book a call with you and they book it 3-6 months out, they can do that. I don't really like to let it go that far just because my schedule is not that busy. But if you have a super busy schedule, you can push that out there. You can change this number. You can do weekdays. This excludes weekends and only counts Monday through Friday. So we're just going to stick with 60 calendar days. The duration of our call is going to be anything we want, 15, 30, 45, 60 minutes, or a custom amount. We're just going to leave this as 30 minutes. That's a pretty good amount of time to get acquainted with somebody and swap some information. If you hit it off, you probably go a lot longer than 30 minutes, or you may not even take 30 minutes, okay? You can use an existing schedule, and what this does is if you want to make a schedule. So if my work hours are from 9 to 4, and I've already got that set up, then that's going to be the schedule that it pulls. If I want to set custom hours, then I'm going to look at my calendar and change accordingly. Like this, I'm going to edit this day or edit all Tuesdays to be a different day. Here, I can edit this day, and I know I'm not going to be available from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I may put here that I'm only going to be available from 10 to 4, and I can apply that. So you can customize the days if you already know your schedule ahead of time, that you're not going to be available some days. Let's say that this day, yeah, let's edit some dates. Let's say these days right here, I'm going to be out of the office, taking a vacation. So what hours am I available? Absolutely none. So I'm going to remove them. I'm going to be unavailable, and I'm going to apply it to those days. So when I look at them later, they can't book a call with me on these days because I've got something going on. So it's good to come in here and be able to adjust your schedule when needed, because the last thing you want to do is someone books a call with you, and then you have to go right back to them and say, oh, well, I can't do that day. But they're thinking, well, it was available on your calendar. Why didn't you block it off? I've had that happen before. I'm like, I don't want to have to reschedule because I feel bad about doing that. You want people to be appreciative of the time that you give them. So it's a respectable thing between both of you. You're respecting their time because they're picking a time that works for them. And then if they realize that, oh, that doesn't work for you, but on your calendar it said it did, then you just got a lot of back and forths, and you don't want to have to keep rescheduling with someone. You can add time before or after events. If you know that you need 15 minutes beforehand to be prepared and 15 minutes afterwards to have a break before your next call, you can put these in so that way it will adjust your schedule. It won't let you book 2 30-minute calls back to back. It will give you some time to just have a 15-minute break. If I want after my event, then I need 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, or I need a whole hour before I do my next call. I can block that time off. So we're just going to do 15 minutes after the event. It won't book anything for 15 more minutes. You can do a lot of other rules too. But just to get started, those are some basics. Your available start times are in increments of 30 minutes. Invitees can't schedule within 4 hours. So that way if someone's getting your link and wanting to schedule a call with you, they can't do it within a 4-hour period. It has to be 4 hours or more in advance that they can pick. So that way you're not having someone book a call with you in the next hour and you weren't prepared for it. So that kind of keeps things a little bit easier for your schedule, and you can allow a maximum number of events per day. So if you think, I don't want to do any more than 5 calls a day because I don't have the time, then by all means, put that there. Okay, and this one I like a lot is automatically detect and show times in my invitees time zone. Working online in the virtual space, most likely you're going to meet people that are not in your time zone. I know a lot of people that are in EST and a few that are in my zone of CST, Central Time, and then there's more that are in PST or Mountain Time or whatever, or some that's even 6 hours difference, like UK time and all these other things. So putting the times in their time zone just makes this process so much easier because they're not trying to get the math done in their head and then all of a sudden they realize, oh, I did it wrong and this time's not working for me. So definitely do that. If you're doing all in-person things or doing it with people that are local, you can lock the time zone because they're going to be, here, they're going to be at your time zone most likely. So you can lock it as well. You can even make this a secret event, so only people who have this link can schedule with you. So you can make it where it's secret, private. So if you are sending people to your main scheduling page because you want to do different types of calls or you have different things that people can book with you, and that's only available in the paid version. You can do more than one event. But if you're just starting out and only making one event just to get yourself started in booking calls, probably won't have to click that button and make a secret event. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next button. So that has got you an event set up, and you can even view the page live as to what it looks like. But right now it's not showing me because I don't have it activated. But once you have it activated, it will show you what this is. Okay, so first thing to note, your basic free subscription only allows one event type. I already have one. This is a secondary one, and I'm just showing you what things you can do. You can upgrade your subscription and be able to get more things where you can have it send automated emails so that it will send reminders. You can even set up payments. So if they're booking a special type call with you that they have to pay for, they can book it here and you can collect payments for that. You can do workflows, which allow you to set up a text notification, email reminders, even a thank you after the call is over with, so that you can be very professional with connecting with people. This you can do without having to have the paid subscription to Calendly. And I have utilized this because it's very helpful. Just invite questions, things you'd like to know about the person that's wanting to book this call with you before you get on the call with them. Name and email, that's important because you want to still be able to connect with them outside of wherever you've met them or anything. So if something comes up, you can email them just in case. If you need to email them your Zoom link, or if you need to email them some other way of how they're going to contact you, that's a definite thing you have to have. You can use this question here that they give you. Please share anything that will help prepare for our meeting. But you can also add new questions. Type your question here. Decide if it's a required question. They have to answer it. Or if you just want to leave it up to them, then they don't have to. They can type an answer on one line, multiple lines. Pick buttons. So basically you give them a choice to pick from, multiple choice question basically. Check boxes. They can check one or many of the following that applies to them. You can even ask for a phone number. So let's pick check boxes. Say, I want to know beforehand which of the following, sorry if I can type, helps describe you. And let's say, I'm going to put here, are you married, single, have kids? You could put that. You could even change this checkbox to which of my services interest you. And maybe you're going to put here email management. And over here you put Facebook group scheduling. Maybe you have another service that is specifically on content creation. Here we go. So you can put multiple options. So that way, if they're booking a call with you and scheduling that time and they want to talk about some of your business services, you can ask them specifically which ones they're interested in. So that way you already have that question taken care of before you even hop on the call with them, and you can make it a required question as well. So you can check that box if you want to. And click apply. And then that's one of their questions that they will get to answer as they're scheduling their call with you. Okay, so we can save and close that. And then we have this event, okay? It says up right here in this top right corner, your event type is off. If I want to turn that on, like I said, I'm only utilizing the free version. But if I wanted to turn that on, I can activate it. And like it shows, you can have multiple calls. So I'm just utilizing this one right here. It's just a chance to talk, chance to network, get to know one another. I love being able to set up calls like that. And this is just a great way I can go ahead and let them know my schedule, and we don't have to go back and forth. Do Fridays or Tuesdays work for you? What time of day works for you? What's your time zone? It eliminates having to ask all those questions. They can easily look at it within a couple minutes, pick what time works for them, and then that gets sent to you as a notification that you have scheduled events and who it is, and it'll show all their questions that they've answered. It'll even give you their information. So if you took their phone number or email, it'll give you that so you can correspond with them. If you already know them outside of social media, or if only through social media, you could still contact them that way. But I feel like this is just a really good professional way to get some calls scheduled. And as you grow your business and you expand and you're like, well, okay, I want to do more bookings and I want them to be able to book a 1 hour consultation, and it's going to be anywhere from $50 to $250. You can set those up by investing in Calendly, getting your pro subscription. And then anytime that you need to adjust your availability, look, here's my working hours. And I can go through and I can change my working hours to a different thing. So say used to it was 9 to 4, but now kids are in school. I'm only available from 8 to 2. You can go in here and schedule that, and those can be your working hours. You can even make new schedules, exclusive hours, or if you want to do, these are just my hours for booking consultations. I only want to do consultations in the afternoon or in the mornings, and you can set what times you'll be able to take those. So let's do that one, for instance. I want to be able to do consultations. I'm going to create this calendar. Okay. And yeah, the time zone is correct, and it's going to be active on an event. So I can pick, if I had over here consultations, I could pick that and it's going to apply to that calendar. But then I'm going to be able to change, okay, Wednesdays. I can edit all Wednesdays, and I'm going to do consultations between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. And I can apply that and it'll save that to all those. If I don't want all my working hours to be times that people can book consultations, I can adjust that. So there's a really, really, really great amount of flexibility and things that you can do with Calendly without having even to pay for anything just yet. But I do suggest that if you're wanting to be level up, more professional, and doing some of those things like multiple different chat options, then you can do that. So real quick before I hop off here, you need to know how to be able to share this with people, right? So right here where it says copy link, you will copy that, and then it's saved to your clipboard. So all you gotta do is, if you're in a chat or in a message or whatever, you just paste it in there and send them that link, and it sends them to this booking page. So it'll send them to this page here, and they work on picking out whatever time or day works for them. And then it'll take them to the next page where they can pick the time. And once they do that, they can confirm, and then they'll be able to answer the questions and schedule their event. Okay. So really simple, really easy. Love how simple it is. But if you don't know what they're going to book and you have 5 or 6 different options, then you can just share. I believe you can share. Yeah, you can probably just share this page here. Just share this link, send them your Calendly link right here, and then it will give them the options to pick from in case you have multiple different things you want to book with people. But anyway, hope this has been helpful. So whether you're needing an option to be able to book a variety of different things, chats, calls, whatever, consultations, this is a great option. But also, if you're just getting started and you're like, someone's asking if I have what my schedule is, how do I tell them my schedule? Really easy way that's going to be cost effective or not have to cost me anything right now. This is a great way to get started. Set up one event and put your schedule in and work from there. So I hope this has been helpful. It's definitely been really helpful for me. This integrates with my Google Calendar. So the nice thing about it is that doesn't cost anything either. It can integrate with your Google Calendar. So whatever I have on my Google Calendar right now, when someone books a call, it automatically shows up that day and time that they've booked it for, which is a fantastic option. Love having that availability. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you. And let me know if you have any questions regarding this. I am not sponsored by Calendly. I just thought this would be great to share because when I found out about it, I thought, this is great. This is going to help me so much being able to book calls with people, be able to network, even set up consultations for business purposes, all by just having one little form that has my schedule in it and can allow me to chat with people, and they just have to fill it in on their end and it's good to go. So all I do afterwards is just get back with them on what my Zoom link is or what's the best option to connect with them. I did actually make that a question, if they prefer Zoom or if they prefer an actual phone call or if they prefer a Facebook message chat or something. So they do have that option to pick. Most of the time they pick Zoom. So I just find that's easier. I'll create the Zoom link and I'll send it to them later, giving them a heads up on our call time. But if you purchase, you can get that option where it will do that automatically. And I'm sure that would be nice. One day I'll get to that point. So anyway, let me know in the comments below if you found this helpful. If there's any other tips or things I could help you with, I'd be more than happy to make some tutorials on those as well. So have a fantastic day and keep branding simple.